Hi all, welcome to An Abundance of Books. My name is Juliet and today we're doing the July edition of our categories TBR game. I was just sitting around thinking, what am I going to read next? And I figured I should get credit for it because we didn't necessarily have a great month in June. I'm definitely going to have to be taking a punishment. I read almost exclusively romance books, which I don't regret, but it means that we are going to take a punishment, which in this case is I have to read one of my must-read in 2022 books. I think just to make it easy on myself, and this is my game, and this is all pre-filmed, you can affect this anyway, haha, that for the 5 prompts that I pick, I'm going to try to use one of those for my must-read books. So we're still only going to have 5. I usually read more than 5 books a month anyway. I read more than 5 in June, just they didn't count. But those are my only plans, other than I need to fit the buzzword in here in July. It is bookish words. I'm gonna try to get weird with it if I can. Okay, that's enough from me. 3 minutes on the clock. The only thing left to do is roll. Wish me luck. H. Okay. I'm done. I didn't think I'd make it. I think that's my best time yet. And here are my answers. Fictional characters, I went with Evelyn Hugo. I wanted to say Harry Houdini, but he's real. Menu items, a hot dog, magazines, housekeeping. I don't know if that's a legit one or like good house, home cleaning. One of those is definitely a magazine. Capitals, Houston. I don't think it's the capital. What is the capital of Houston? No. So I don't think it's right, so I'm not going to take credit for that one. 5 kinds of candy. Hearts, I'm thinking of the ones with sayings on them. I don't know if those have a different name other than candy hearts. Items you save up to buy a house, footwear, hiking boots, something you keep hidden, handgun, items in a suitcase, handkerchief, things with tails. I crossed out my original answer, which was hyenas, because I wasn't confident that hyenas had tails, and I replaced it with horse. Sports equipment, helmet, and crimes, hijacking. I think that there are a good number here that are generic enough that there's a chance. House should be fine. Handgun is just like a murder mystery. Hearts is a romance. Like, there's stuff to work with here. At least I got all of them. That's the important thing. Okay, I'll see you in a minute when I have some books. Welcome back. I have a good little stack here. I'm always impressed. I usually read mostly on my Kindle or audio, but 4 out of the 5 books, well 6, that we're going to talk about are physical. That's pretty cool. The reason that we're talking about 6 books and not 5 is because I filled out 5 books that I really want to and actively plan to read this month, and then none of them fit for the buzzword. So I just wrote down a selection of things that I might read. These are all book-related words, so I say. We have the plot, which I've been hearing great things about. It's about a student who writes the best book in the world, but the professor steals it, something like that. But the book also features excerpts from that book, I think, which is so gutsy, and I have to see how it plays out. We've got spoiler alert. Spoilers are definitely a part of books, or book reading at least. One I've been meaning to get to for a really long time. I have another Olivia Dade on my TBR, so who knows which one will come first. But the one I think I'm probably going to end up reading is The Comfort Book by Haig. I have had this for so long and I didn't feel any urge to pick it up, but someone was just speaking about it recently. I believe it was Meg with Books, who said it's just like super short suggestions of things that are comforting, like movies and playlists and stuff like that, and it's just a tiny glimpse into what comforts Haig, and that intrigues me a lot. So that's what we're doing for the buzzword. As for the rest of it, the first prompt that we're going to be using is housekeeping, or homekeeping. I wrote housekeeping apparently. And we're going to go with Insomnia by Sarah Pinborough. I just recently spoke about this because there's a bookmark in it on page 3. This is one of my 5-star predictions. Super excited about it. I just wasn't in the headspace when I tried to start this, but I've got the audio now, which I'm hoping will help. And I'm putting this under housekeeping because I believe it's about like a housewife. Mother went mad on her 40th birthday and she's starting to do something similar. Perhaps she is not a homemaker in this, but that was just sort of the vibe I got, and like maybe her mother was. I will let you know once I read it. The next one that we're going to be using is Hearts, which I'm just using for a romance. This book I actually just picked up yesterday. I've never seen this, heard anyone speak about it. Is it new? Yep, 2022. And you'll see why I had to read it basically this month if I can. It is called The Summer of Christmas by Juliet, Giglio, and Keith Giglio. This is about Ivy, who has written a screenplay about her life, and it is getting made into a movie, and they are deciding to film that movie in her old small town where she runs into her ex. And apparently her ex and the actress who is playing her like have a thing, and I just need it. I have heard nothing about this. I know nothing, and it feels like it's been a while since I've done that with a book, like just wholesale purchased something. But look how precious it is. How could I not? And I'm very excited to get to it. The next prompt that we're going with is House. I didn't complicate it at all. Reading The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I did have to fold and buy this because the waiting list in my library is 1,000 years long, and it's literally Dead Book Club pick for this month, so I just bit the bullet. I truly don't even know what this is about. Casey Fletcher, a recently widowed actress trying to escape a streak of bad press. I feel like everyone's relationship with Riley Sager is messed up at this point, including mine. I don't have any high expectations for this book, but I do expect it to be a really fast read. If Riley Sager's good at anything, it is that. The next prompt we're using is Hiking Boot, and I am going to be reading Patricia Wants to Cuddle by Samantha Allen. I'm very excited about this. I'm still unclear on the tone of this. For some reason I think it's horror erotica, but when I looked it up I could only see it tagged as horror. I truly know nothing more than the cover and the title, and that's all I needed. It's some sort of like Bigfoot, King Kong, but the lady, she probably has a name in the original, but like they actually fall in love. You know how there's always like a weird romantic subtext there? I think it like comes to fruition this time. Or maybe it doesn't, and it's just like a classic Bigfoot story. I don't know. I currently only have this one on audio, so I might try to see if I can get it on my Kindle too. Just because I listened to the first little bit of the audiobook and I didn't love it. And the final prompt that we're using is the final prompt, which is hijack. And I was trying to figure out if there was a difference between hijacking and piracy. And I don't think there is. So we're reading The Princess Beard by Delilah S. Dawson and Kevin Hearne. This is my must-read book. And I don't know, I'm just kind of in the mood for something a little bit silly. This is the third in a whole series of books that seem to revolve around like retellings of classic stories. So this is a take on The Princess Bride. But these are no ordinary pirates aboard the Puffy Peach, serving under Filthy Lucer, the one-eyed parrot pirate captain. I love the idea of this and of a humorous book in general, but they're so hit and miss that I don't really have any expectations for this. I just was drawn to the cover and many years later still have not read it. But there's a map. We love a map. And there was a little illustration. It looks like that's the only one. But look at this guy. Look how cute. I'm sold. So there you go. Those are all the books that I'm planning on reading in July. It seems really manageable right now. I think maybe I'm just in a good mood today and going to go read right after this, or should I edit this video? Ugh. The eternal struggles. But yeah, I'm excited for a really good reading month, and I hope that you are too. So good luck with that, and I will see you in another video.